I'm Yasmin and you are now tuning into Style Doll NYC. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Now this week I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite matte red lipsticks and why this is my go-to color for empowerment because it provides me with a boost of confidence, and also why you should consider wearing it too. So here's the thing, guys. I absolutely love lipstick. I am definitely more of a lipstick girl rather than lip gloss. And that's simply because, to me, lipstick is a lot more manageable from a maintenance standpoint, and there's just a lot more control. There is nothing wrong with lip gloss, and do not think for a second that I do not own Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb, because I definitely do. That is a must-have for your makeup arsenal, and you should have it too. So I am going to go ahead and throw out the makeup rules that you may have heard throughout the years and declare that red lipstick is for all skin tones. Yes, you heard it here on Style Doll NYC. To me, red lipstick represents femininity, love, power, passion, fire, and I think that women of all skin tones should be able to partake in that, and that there shouldn't be restrictions. So as long as you have the confidence to match and you're willing to own it, then you can wear it. So let's get into the colors that I love and why you should maybe consider them too. I remember buying my first red lipstick like it was yesterday. I went to the Macy's on 34th Street, walked straight up to the MAC counter and asked for help on what red lipstick would look good on my skin tone. This is how I thought back then. And the makeup artist at the time picked up a color, handed it to me and said, "This is the color that I think would look amazing on you." And he handed me Russian Red. And that was my very first red lipstick. I still own Russian Red to this day, and this color I would describe of more of a deep red. It's a lot more sultry. I don't want to say it's brick because it's not brick, but it definitely is to me more of a warmer red in comparison to maybe like the red that I'm wearing right now, which I'll get into which red this is, but definitely a red that everyone should have in their makeup wardrobe. So definitely recommend Russian Red. It's timeless. So had my Russian Red in tow. I wore it religiously, absolutely love the color. But then I started to wonder, like, can I get a little bit more extreme with this? Like, I want to know what other reds are out there. So started to do some research, and I was just like, I really want to turn it up. So the next color that I ended up purchasing was Lady Danger, which is more of a coral red, definitely leaning more toward an orange kind of red, but I absolutely love this. This is more of a summer red to me. This is something that I wear when it's a lot warmer outside. And yeah, I love Lady Danger, and I think many skin tones can pull this off as long as you pair it with a pencil, and I'll get into which pencil this should probably be worn with. Now to go further down the rabbit hole into red lipsticks. So the first two colors that I showed you, Lady Danger and Russian Red, are MAC's standard matte finish, which is a little bit more of a creamier matte finish. It's not as dry. Now I'm about to get into their retro mattes and the colors that I love from that particular line. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about Relentlessly Red, and this is actually the color I'm wearing right now. Now this is actually another coral based red, so very similar to Lady Danger, but this is in their retro matte finish. So it has a very vintage vibe to it. I think almost like 1940s, I want to say. I really love this one. I haven't used this one as much. As you can see, it still has its like lipstick point to it, but when I do reach for it, I thoroughly enjoy the way I look in this. So Relentlessly Red is another one you need to add to your list for sure. All right, guys, moving right along. Now onto another retro matte finish called All Fired Up. All right, special note on this one. All Fired Up is technically not a true red according to MAC. They call it a bright fuchsia, but I mean, come on, look at this. This is definitely reading red. So what I do is I pair it with a red pencil, and when I blend these two together, it essentially reads more so like a pink based red. It looks really rich and I really like the results. So I recommend that you give it a try too. So although it's not technically a true red, I treat it as a red in my makeup arsenal. Okay, last but certainly not least is my absolute favorite red in my makeup arsenal. And that is none other than Ruby Woo. I mean, I love this lipstick. No, this is definitely my favorite red. And that is because it is to me the truest representation of a red lipstick. And it is really universal. Like I can definitely say hands down that this color looks amazing on all skin tones. I think this was actually my third red that I ended up purchasing. It did come before All Fired Up and Relentlessly Red, but because I love this shade so much, I just wanted to save my spiel that I'm about to go on for last. This is actually my first retro matte. This was one of the first retro mattes that MAC did, and that's what led them to roll out an entire collection around this theme. However, I mean, if you don't buy any of the reds that I talked about at the beginning of the video or in the middle, definitely give Ruby Woo a try. It'll definitely be worth it, and you will exude confidence when you wear such a powerful color. So definitely recommended. It's all in the details. So with that said, I highly recommend that when you wear red lipsticks that you pair them back to lip pencils. This will increase opacity as well as provide further color payoff. This is particularly important for those who have more pigmented lips, such as myself, because what can happen sometimes is when we wear bright colored lipsticks, they don't appear to be as bright on the top lip as they do on the bottom lip. So by providing your lips with a base color, it then allows the lipstick color to appear more even on both lips. So the lip pencils that I typically reach for when wearing red lipsticks are Cherry and Red, and that is red with 2 D's. These are both MAC lip pencils, and depending on the lipstick that I am going to wear, that depends on which lip pencil I reach for. So I'll go ahead and make note of the combinations that I recommend below. Well, that's all for this week, guys. For information on all the products mentioned in this video, definitely check the blurb below. If you're feeling what I'm saying, please hit that thumbs up button, tell a friend, and subscribe. Also, feel free to connect with me on social media. The details on how to connect with me are featured below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.